What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Double A Hef here with another dose of the True Scope. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Really helps the channel. So I know I've been a little MIA. I've been working on a lot of stuff lately. So I'm trying to put some stuff out. I'm trying to record a bunch of videos at once. That way I could just give them to y'all. But anyway, I came across this video one day when I was driving home, and I'm like, what's this mess? Let me show you the thing. Dr. Umar Johnson on BLM, millions in donations. So I'm like, okay, what he gonna say? Because I know from the past that Umar was cool with BLM. He never spoke about, the stuff that I've been speaking about BLM. He's always said, like, good things. Never once addressed the fact that they were basically an LGBTQ front. And he said it in so many different videos that when I was watching this video, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this dude even know that he been saying the opposite in these other videos. And on top of that, is he gonna go back and delete those videos because you're contradicting yourself? So Umar's gonna start the lying. So I'm gonna press play to let this dude start doing what he does, which is lie. And yeah, I'll break it down for y'all.
There were two Black Lives Matter. There was an original one that started in the ground in St. Louis. The reason I know this is because the last time I spoke in St. Louis, my phone kept blowing up, and I don't normally.
First of all, that's not true. That's not true. Because it started with the Trayvon Martin in Florida. That's when it started. So there's no way it started out in St. Louis.
Answer the phone if I don't know who you are. I let you leave a voicemail, and then I decide if I'm gonna call back. But my phone kept blowing up, and I said I gotta take this call. I took the call. It was the founders of the original Black Lives Matter who were on the ground with Michael Brown and the whole joint, and they said, Dr. Umar, they stole our.
Yeah, so if they're on the ground with Michael Brown died after Trayvon Martin. So yeah, that's my point. So no, that was not the original people. All right, BLM. So right now Umar is lying. He's lying. I highly doubt that anyone called him. He probably was out in St. Louis at a freaking Crown Fried Chicken, and probably doing a damn live, right? And no one called him. But he's constructing a story so that way he can come back around and say, oh, there's two BLMs, and this whole time I was cool with BLM, I was referring to that group. No. I'll break that down further as the video goes.
They stole our movement. They said this was a grassroots thing, and then the lesbian squad came in and snatched it. Copyrighted the name, trademarked it, and everything. Yeah. That the Black Lives Matter. Now, don't get me wrong. I want to be clear. I want to separate the leadership from the membership. There's good people in Black Lives Matter. I've spoken at Black Lives Matter. I'll march with them in protest.
So that's another thing too, and I'm happy he brought that up. He said, you have to separate the leadership from the membership, and people, back when they were doing like all those, riots and protests and stuff like that, and those walks, about a year ago, I think. During that time, when I would say and make videos and posts about, hey, BLM stands for this. BLM is destroying the fucking quote unquote black community, and literally don't give a fuck about the quote unquote black man. So any one of y'all quote unquote black dudes out there, with a damn sign walking around, you's a goddamn fool. Oh well, you know what? Well, this BLM is different. No, it's not. It's not different. All right, and ultimately, you're just a fool. Because if you can't understand what I'm saying and then separate yourself, because that's the only way. You have to separate yourself. You can't continue to be Confederate and just keep saying, oh well, That's what they do on like the national level. But here on a local level, like no, you still the same thing. They fund you guys if you guys need permits or whatever. They do it for you. So no, you're an arm of them. So no, you don't separate the ownership from the membership because ultimately the membership makes up the whole conglomerate. Like for instance, if you're gonna say, "Oh well, you know what, the Nazis, they weren't bad because I talked to some good Nazis and stuff like that," but yeah, at the end of the day, they were still Nazis, and collectively they stood for the same thing. So no, we don't make that argument because it's foolish. If people don't want to be affiliated with something, they have to separate from it. But it's up to them to learn the truth and be open to hearing the truth and be receptive to the truth. But obviously, a lot of quote unquote blacks aren't. Aren't. Honestly, I was met with a lot of emotional responses. Again, this was back over a year ago when a lot of those riots and protests were taking place. And, it's not to my surprise, no, but it's just, hey, I'm telling you, hey, look at the website, check this screenshot out, listen to the goddamn interviews that they do. Oh, yeah, we're trained Marxists. And then, be like, as a man, you should say, oh, well, wow, I didn't know that. Thanks for putting me on. I can't fuck with them no more. But not say, oh, well, there's a difference between them and how we do it. How about you start your own shit, nigga? Start your own shit. Don't try to draw these lines and say they're different. No, they're not. You got the same goddamn name, Black Lives Matter, BLM. So you're the same.
Good people, so I'm not throwing out the young folks who trying to do the best they can for the community. That ain't my issue. But just like the NAACP, I know a lot of good people in the NAACP. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the leadership in the organization. Black Lives Matter was founded intentionally so that it could become an LBGT front to take over the traditional.
Wait, didn't you just say that the original founders that started it in St. Louis, they were really, really about Black Lives Matter? But now you're saying that Black Lives Matter was founded intentionally for the LGBTQ. How many minutes? A minute and 21 seconds, and you already contradict yourself. Now, I already know that you contradicted yourself because videos pass. But damn, if you're going to make a freaking explaining video, at least make it longer than an hour. 1 minute and 21 seconds before you contradict yourself. Because you just said that, man. You just said the original, owners, for lack of better terms, or originators weren't, gay, and they were all about like being on the up and up to help quote unquote black people, but not okay. All right, Omar. All right.
Heterosexual male and female-led civil rights movement. In other words, we're going to co-opt the black struggle and we're going to redirect it into LGBT channels. That was the purpose of Black Lives Matter.
Corporations that gave this group the big tons of money.
Big tons of money. You see that it got 90 million. That's the big thing now. That it collected 90 million. You see Michael Brown dad said, I need 20. And guess what? He's entitled to that. Y'all use his son's image. All of them. Breonna Taylor, Eric Garner. Because Black Lives Matter, they are good with their marketing. They stay out in the forefront. So naturally, if you want to give, you're going to give to them.
And you know what else, Umar? You know what else helps that? The fact that quote-unquote black people are so goddamn lost. And they're so emotional. And they just go with whatever. Oh, yeah, Black Lives Matter, that's for me. Period. I don't need to hear anything else. And they're literally working to your demise. Black Lives Matter number one enemy is you, black man. You are their number one enemy. You're their target. They're harvesting you for your energy. And unfortunately for you, the most energy comes when you're dead. So, no, man. No. So, again, Umar lied, but that's no surprise. I just wanted to point that out. And also, again, point out the fact that BLM has been doing this for a while now. And you know what? I don't see any stopping it. Don't get me wrong. They did kind of quiet down after a couple years ago with all the backlash they were getting and people, not really getting on board. But watch, it's only a matter of time. Something's gonna happen, right? And then probably a quote unquote black man get killed, and then they're gonna use him and come out the woodwork to wash, rinse, repeat. So you know what, people, we gotta be better. We gotta, and that's another reason why I say, like, share, and subscribe to my channel, because it doesn't do much good if you just listen and you just know. We got to put everyone on. That way they're not out there making a fool of themselves or potentially getting hurt in some goddamn riot and protest when they're not even doing it for you. They're not even doing it for you. You know what? They actually want you to go get fucked up and hurt at one of these fucking protests. Quote unquote black man, because then they can say, oh, racism. While they live in their goddamn mansions. But that's it, y'all, for the most part. I wanted to keep this video short. Like I said, I'm gonna try to pump some videos out. There's been a lot going on in my life, so I really haven't had that much time. And also, as you guys know, because you probably see, I've been doing a lot of short films. Well, not a lot, but doing short films, working on editing and all that shit in production. So it's time consuming, and I've also been learning a lot about it. So obviously anything that you're doing, you should give it your all. So obviously, I'm giving it my all because one, I really like it. It's fun, and it's constructive. It's constructive. So you know what, and I seem to be fairly decent at it. So basically, y'all, in life, if you're not progressing, then you're regressing. You have to keep that in mind. What are you doing today, right now? Are you working on a craft? Are you learning a craft? Are you reading up on history? What are you doing to add value to your life and your family? We have to ask ourselves that, because if we're not doing shit every goddamn day, you know what that means? That means you ain't shit. So, the choice is yours, but I'm out.